For decades, horror films have had us hiding behind our hands in fear, but lately they seem to have become disconnected from audiences, lost the fear aspect, and simply forgotten what it takes to become an effective horror film. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any good modern horror films. There are plenty, but it just feels like the bad horror films outweigh the good massively. I'm not saying all modern horror films are bad. I'm just saying the majority are bad because they lack creativity and they're essentially all the same. Once you see one horror film about a doll getting possessed, you've basically seen them all. Same goes for possession of a house or a young child. Once you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. And that's a problem modern horror films have. They lack creativity. But then I don't really think that's their fault. I mean, it's so difficult to be creative and come up with new, exciting ideas nowadays, when practically every idea you can think of, not just for horror films, has been made. Which is why it's so common to see prequels and sequels and spin-offs of horror films nowadays. It's because the original parent film did well, and so the companies behind them have thought, okay, well this film did well. Let's make a spin-off or a sequel or a prequel for that, and then that one's guaranteed to do well at box office. Another issue with modern horror films is jump scare abuse. I mean, you go see any modern horror film at the cinema nowadays, you're bound to see probably more than 3-4 jump scares in the movie. Now, this has become a big problem. It's because it's a cheap scare, but you can anticipate when they're coming. For those of you who have never experienced jump scares in horror films, you're very lucky because they're absolutely terrible. Like I just said, you can anticipate when they're coming. It's not really scary. It's just a sudden loud noise and a scary face and a big screen, and that's the thing that makes you jump. It's not proper horror. It's just a loud noise, and for some reason modern horror films are chock full of them. And personally, I don't understand why. Before I finish this off, I thought I should bring up the idea of the horror is a dying genre. This has been surfacing around for a while now, and personally, I don't think that is true. I think the horror genre is ever evolving, and we're just waiting for that one good horror film to take the genre into a completely new direction. And sure, we may have bad horror films now, but that means that we're only a couple of bad horror films away from that one good horror film that will change things completely and bring the horror genre into a new light.